Hello YouTubers, here we are with the 820 again. We're now in my shop. We got it up where it's going to be for probably a very good while. And we're disassembling and taking off the rims and the hubs. Now if you think you can do this without these heavy tools, you will be sadly mistaken. Now I've already gotten this one loose, and here in a moment I'm going to start from the beginning on the other side. So if you so have the inkling or gumption to do this yourself, you should be able to without surprise. Hey YouTubers, there you go. Entirely taken off, supported by a cherry picker. This is how you get it off without hurting yourself, or the way I do it anyway, without hurting myself. I will mention that this is incredibly dumb to be doing by yourself. You should not do this by yourself. You should have at least a minimum of 2, should have at least 4 people to do this safely. 2 would do, 3 is better, 4 is the ideal. But there we go. This is off. Now that you've seen it off and you saw me get after it, now I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. And remember, what I'm fixing to show you is completely dumb to do by yourself, but I'm going to show you how I do it because, well, I have to do everything by myself. Alright, here we are. Now I'm going to show you how to take this off. You've seen, you know that it's off. I took off the other one, so now we're going to show you how. These 2 bolts go in here. And normally, that's holding this thing in here. So what you do is you pull them out. Put them in here. It pushes this piece out, and then there you go. If you wonder what this little thing is for, that's so you can lube it. Okay, and here we are. Now I've already shot some grease in here, put some soaker juice in there so that it should come off a bit easier. So we're gonna put that stuff over there, and I'm gonna go set you guys up on the bipod so I can get to work doing this and you can watch. Now I can't express enough that this is dumb to do by yourself. I've been doing this for a great many years. I have a lot of nice tools to do this stuff with. I have a nice concreted shop. Makes it a bit easier. But this is how I do it, and you'll get the gist of how to take off some 820 rims. Stress how much nicer it is. You actually have help to do some of this stuff, as I do not. Anyone who wants to know 1.5 inch. Alright. You be really careful with this, because normally when it freezes, it makes a popping noise. You don't want it to pop on you and squish you. Just like that. That pop, I have seen it when pop, and now the whole tire and everything's on top of you. So, careful. Should be a certain distance in here we want to go. Because we're going to have to bring something else to lift this whole tire and hub and rim off. Because it's just way too heavy. Almost. There'll be a gap inside of here. I don't know, it's about a ½ an inch. When you get to that gap, towards the edge of it, then you need to stop and get some sort of device to hold this tire and rim. Otherwise, it could spell disaster. All right, now here's how I do it. With the tools and things that are allotted to me. As you can tell, this is going to work out quite nicely. And once you get it out far enough, you have just enough space between here and here. Hold on to your rim and your tire, and you know. Alright. Through this little hole right here. Right around here. Make this somewhat taut, somewhat close, just a little bit of play, not a terrible amount. I'm running out of movement in the jack. So. Alright, let's give ourselves some security. Just not gonna topple over on us. We have room here on this side, plenty of space. Not so much space over there, but here's where we need it. Let's see if we can do this without messing anything up. All right, she's loose. Now, there we go. We're loose and free. Oh, we're almost free. Close. We're still resting on it just a little bit. I know I make this look easy, but actually putting this on, there's some tricks I'm going to show you. It's actually going to go on a whole lot different than it came off, but going on's a lot harder. Especially if you're doing it by yourself. But you can do it by yourself. Yes, I can. This is probably 500 pounds, maybe more. Oh, and there's no fluid in the tires. I checked that, or this poor little cherry picker wouldn't be able to do this. Now I wanted to show you guys something. See, everything around here is painted. If you looked at the painting video before this video, it is perfectly painted all the way around, except for right here. And as you can tell, there's a little bit of sand in here, but there's no sand in here. That's very important to not get sand in these bearings. Will we replace these probably on this unit? Yes, we probably will. There's dust covers in here, but I've noticed that there wasn't a lot of oil around them. It didn't look real bad, but we'll still probably replace the dust covers because, well, this thing was made a very long time ago. But I wanted to take a moment before we finish the wheels to show you how, even though all the wheels were on, everything was entirely painted. I know y'all would really like to know how I do that, but I'm not quite ready to show you. So I'm just going to have to show you guys how to work on them for right now. And if you wonder why I have so many blocks underneath, well, I have a lot of family, and they like to come in and watch me work and see what I'm doing, and I have a lot of grandkids, and there's never not enough safety, in my opinion. So, okay, let's finish up them wheels. All right, let's get the puller off first. Now, I don't want to mess up the puller threads, so get in here, pick it up. Whew. I'll tell you, these things are heavy. This thing right here, every bit of, I don't know, 65 pounds. That wrench, that air wrench, 30 pounds. Everything's heavy. And this does probably take a lot longer than what it's going to look like on the video, and it does. But thanks to being able to editing and stuff and start the camera, so you don't have to watch a bunch of just things that don't matter to you. So, anyway, we can't finish lucky enough on this. Ah, there we go. Whew, lucky. This one came off easy. All right. Now, make sure you leave tension on here, on both of these things, because we're going to loosen all these bolts, and it's got to hold the rim, this, and that. And then it'll be quite easy to get this rim off. And some of these things, some of these tractors, I don't recommend using an air wrench on everything. I've just been doing it a while. I can tell that it'll be fine. We're not going to mess up anything. Ow. Ah. Now, there's no pressure on all those lugs. So, let's get all these out of the way. Get a hammer. And there we go. Pop goes all the little lugs. Oh, by the time we're done with these, you're really going to like what I end up doing with these. They're going to look really nice at the end of all this. All right. Now we have to get the center out. It's very, very, very heavy. So how do you think I would do that? Well, I'd like to note something. This is how it was on the tractor, onto the axle. We had no choice. We could not have just taken this rim off because we're getting new tires and painted it on there. Because the way the rim was put on deep, you have to take the hub out in order to get the rim off. So in some applications where I think they're free and they're good and we don't need to take them off, you could do that. But in this one, no choice. If we want to take the tire off, you got to take the whole hub off. So, all right. Let me see if I can get you all set up because you'll find this cool. This will be great. You'll like it. Now, I advise you to be very careful about this because you get your finger caught in this chain or no telling what. But like I said, I'm doing this all by myself, so I'm doing this a long time, so I like to think I kind of got everything figured out to some extent. So there we go. Nothing broke, nothing messed up. And there you have it. Well, this would conclude this part. Now you know how to take the rims off of 820 John Deere. Kind of cumbersome, heavy work, but now you know. Both rims are over here ready to go to the dismounter. Get rid of the tires, and we'll get the rims back and we'll paint them. Get them all cleaned up, check the insides. You know, this looks really bad. We might have to get new rims. This doesn't look very good. So, who knows? You never know until you take them off the rim what you really got. So, and I always try to give people the best possible everything for everything that I work on and do. So, all right.